Hello, class. All right, everybody sit down. Corbin, put that away.
I'm already sitting.
Put that away. Put that in your backpack.
It's just an apple. I'm trying to have a snack.
Everybody pull up your Pokedexes. It is Welcome to the World of Pokemon, and I am teaching the class today. It is a very important day. It is Bug Extravaganza and Sneasel. And
today is Bug Extravaganza and Sneasel?
The whole month.
This whole month is Bug Extravaganza and Sneasel.
Okay.
Gotcha.
I am teaching the class, and I am not down for shenanigans this time around. My name, of course.
Hey, no shenanigans, Corbin. No shenanigans.
All right, sorry.
My name is Teacher's Assistant, Mr. Kurtis. Joining me.
Now, is Teacher's Assistant your first name?
Yeah. No. My first name is Mr.
title.
And my last name is Kurtis.
Gotcha.
Thank you. Yeah.
Wait, your last name is Kurtis?
Yeah, Mr. Kurtis. You know, we talked about this.
I think we've established this already.
I definitely knew his first name was Mr. I don't know if I knew his last name was Kurtis.
It's my first name. It's also the title that was bestowed upon me by the Mr. Mime community.
Mr. Curtis.
I earned the Mr. Curtis. Thank you.
The plot thickens.
Corbin, we got him on shenanigans. He's already disobeying his own rules.
No.
Your shenanigans.
No shenanigans. Here in class with me today, auditing the class, is the great, the prestigious, the overly educated and super Professor Jacob. Say hello, Professor Jacob.
Hi, yes, it's Bug Extravaganza time. Bug Extravaganza and Sneasel time. So I figured I'd sit back, take a load off, and use this as an opportunity to, eventually Mr. Kurtis will be a professor in his own right. Mm-hmm. And he's going to have to learn how to teach a class, so he could always use more practice at it. So you know what? A Bug Extravaganza and Sneasel is the perfect time for that. And I can't wait. Can't wait to see what he has in store.
Exactly.
There's a lot of papers on that desk. I'm not quite sure where they came from or what they are. And I just want to say, I have already caught my Pokemon for the bug catching contest.
I'm so excited.
Yeah, pretty happy with it.
Oh,
yes, yeah. So. For all the students at home, just remember we are having a bug catching competition, which will be graded at the end of Bug Extravaganza in Sneasel month during the Sneasel episode. But before we get too far down that rabbit hole, let me also introduce the student back at the classroom for the first time in a long time, in over a month.
About a month and a half.
We have Corbin here in class today. Corbin was of course, at the end of the Quillfish episode, incarcerated.
Lesson. Oh my god.
At the end of the Quillfish lesson.
What do you think? Is this some kind of podcast, Mr. Curtis?
No.
This is some kind of
Welcome to the World of Pokemon podcast?
Some kind of entertainment show for people.
This is a game?
Come on.
We've talked about this before. Every lesson is an episode of my life, okay? In the life of Mr. Curtis.
Yeah. You give me an episode every single time I have to teach you something.
At the end of the Quillfish lesson, Corbin was arrested because he did rap on stage in the talent contest.
I did. And disturbing the peace.
Luckily, his dutiful father worked overtime through the holidays.
Okay, Mr. Mime, he's not my real dad.
And Donnie J, the Mr. Mime, did bail Corbin out of jail at the end of last week's lesson. So Corbin is back in class. Thank you, Donnie J, Corbin's dad, Mr. Mime.
I really like the recap. I think from each episode from now on, if it's not too much for Portia, we should do a previously on WAP segment.
There you go. There you go.
All the best hits.
Yeah,
absolutely. That would be great for me because I don't honestly remember much of what happened last week.
Well, all the real ones know, so maybe we don't need the recap. If you don't know, it gives you an excuse to go back and re-listen.
That's right. Go back and listen to last week's lesson. It's worth it.
I can't help but notice you are kind of covered in bandages, though. You got a couple of scrapes and bruises.
I didn't want to talk about that. Okay, I have been relentlessly trying to catch a bug-type Pokemon ever since I got freed.
You don't have yours yet?
Ever since they got me out of
week.
They got me out of the clanker. I got out. I was bailed out of jail, and I am on parole, by the way, for the next year. That sucks. So I can't do any. If I break my parole, I go to jail for, what did the judge say? 10 years, something like that. So Long time. For they take disturbing the peace offenses very seriously here in the Johto region, specifically Goldenrod. So and
you definitely don't want the Princess Jenny to come back and take you away.
I don't.
That's right.
I don't. So I really need to hang up the whole rapping career for good and continue my filmmaking endeavors with Mr. Kurtis. Apparently he's still working on his movie.
Oh yeah, what does he have you doing? What are you working on? And for Pins?
Kurtis?
Was it called Pins?
Yes, it's Pins.
It's called Pins. He has me just sitting in with him while he edits. I'm just sitting in with him. I don't really understand how editing works. I'm not very good at it.
It's more of a work internship for Corbin, so he can watch Portia edit the movie that we're making, Pins, of course.
Right, exactly.
But if you want to hear more about that, go listen to the Quillfish and the Sizor lesson.
That's right. Go do that. Exactly.
This lesson, though, is very important.
But I am injured from trying to catch up. Sorry, I digress. Trying to catch a couple bug types in the last week. I've been nonstop ever since I got freed. Been trying to catch some bug types. I am very injured. Been diving, running around in shrubs, getting thorned. I've been getting poked and scraped and mauled once or twice. It's been bad.
What bug types have you tried and failed to catch so far?
Well, okay, so believe it or not, the first day there was a metapod, and I tried to catch it.
That's an easy catch right there.
It was easy, right? Problem is, I tried to climb a tree to get it. It did fall over, and its insides did spill out. So I was like, probably need to.
Oh yeah, I can't do it. No.
Oh, did you scoop him back in?
Oh, I left. That's a crime scene. I gotta go. I had to go.
Oh no.
Actually, none of that happened. None of that happened on the record. None of that happened. And then I did see. I was lucky enough. What was it? 4 days ago, I did see I did find a scyther.
Whoa!
Out in the woods, in the Ilex Forest, I did find a scyther, and well, you see this big cut on my forearm?
I
That
do.
was me trying to catch the scyther with my net, and did not work.
No.
Yeah, you aren't allowed to use. One, you're not allowed to use Pokeballs, and two, you're very bad at throwing them, if I remember correctly.
That's true.
I'm terrible at them. Yeah, so mostly just those two right now. I got cut up, and then Metapod spill.
You are a cut up.
So thank you. But yeah, I'm as soon as class lets out today, I'm gonna go dive in. I've been scouting out. There's a little colony of Weedles that are hanging out outside my apartment. So probably gonna dive in and catch one of those.
I'll bring some antidotes.
All right.
Bring some antidotes.
Well, you got it.
Corbin, I need to, I appreciate your effort and your work towards improving the bug types in the area. So to reward you here, I'm going to be making you a revivifying. A reviving.
Sorry, what?
What now?
A revivifying. A reviving. A healing. Smoothie, if you will. I'm just gonna move this stack of papers out of the way here and
shove them off the table and directly into the trash can. Why did you have those? What were those for?
Because they were blocking this surprise right here. That's
did you
right.
take your sloppy mouth meds this morning, Mr.
I don't think you did.
I don't know that I did. But right here I have my blender, and I'm just gonna go ahead and make Corbin and Professor Jacob a smoothie here real quick.
Okay.
We have some pecha berries. There was some orange berries. We're just gonna a little bit of moo milk. I'll put a little put the Shuckle in here.
Hold on.
Some reviving herbs.
Back up. Did you just put a Shuckle in the blender?
It's fine. Yeah, and then we'll go ahead and put a.
What are you doing?
Put a couple of herbs in here, some mint, and
herbs.
That was a mistake.
We got some oregano.
Professor, please.
Yeah,
Professor. I know he's teaching the class, but he can't just put a Shuckle inside of a blender.
Why not?
This is a joke, right?
It's
a joke.
The
Shuckle seems to be okay with it.
Why is he smiling? Why are you smiling?
Okay, I'm gonna put the top on here real quick, and we're gonna run the blender here real quick.
I don't think you need to. Oh my God!
Hey, Cor, while the blender's going.
What are you doing? Stop!
Okay, Cor, while the blender's going, you want to describe the Shuckle for everybody?
I can't see any of it. It's just covered in berries.
Well,
I can't describe it.
Let me stop
it
here.
It's dead.
Yeah,
it's covered in red blood. That's all I know. Please.
Hold on. Let me pull it out. Let me pull it out here real quick. Yeah. So here, I'll pour these two out here, and we'll put our friend the Shuckle here on the desk.
What? Oh, you're fine. You're alive.
Yeah. See?
I thought the Shuckle was dead. I thought you killed it.
Yeah. No, he's not dead. He's sitting right here.
Oh my God. gosh.
Now here's your
fella.
Here's your smoothie, and here's one for you, Professor.
I don't want that.
No, what?
I'm not drinking that.
No, why not?
I'm allergic to Shuckles.
No. Oh, okay.
I have a deadly Shuckle allergy.
I will give it a shot. Hold on.
Okay, all right, go ahead.
No, don't shoot it, Corbin. Just drink it casually. You want to get that. You want to get all that flavor.
All right, hold on. A little tangy, but it's not too bad.
Wow, the Shuckle looks so insulted.
Wow.
I'm sorry. Listen, you made it wonderful. I was too concerned about you. I still am.
This is a prime Shuckle here.
He's a witty fella. I have an idea for a name. I think we should call him Smitty the Witty Shuckle.
Smitty the Witty Shuckle. Okay, what do you think about that?
The Witty Shuckle.
Shuckle Smitty.
Wait, coincidentally, I'm looking at my notes here. I think Smitty is actually the name of one of our patrons, so that works. That's perfect.
So that's what you take notes on.
I take notes on our patrons.
I've been wondering what your notes could possibly be on. Looking at your grades,
it's all the people who give us money monthly. Yeah,
you know what? I suppose that's fine.
Thank you for your support.
So, Mr. Curtis, are we learning about Decidueye today?
No. Good guess though.
Thank you.
Corbin, can you guess who we're learning about today?
Rowlet.
Oh, Shuckle's waving. Smitty's waving at us.
Yeah.
Hi, Smitty.
Is it Rowlet?
No. One more guess from each of you.
One more Shuckle. What? One more what now? What are we doing?
One more guess from each of you.
Sorry, his Southern Unovan accent came out.
Sorry, one more guess from each of you.
That's right.
Oh God.
Is it this guy? Is it Smitty? We learning about Smitty?
Yeah, you got it. It's Smitty. See, Smitty's so happy he's waving and stuff.
Smitty.
For the record, Smitty.
He's a record Smitty.
I really like your juice, Smitty. That was really good. That was tasty.
Listen. I can't drink or consume any Shuckle juice. Because of my deathly allergy. But I have heard it's some of the best tasting juice out there. It is highly sought after.
You should start a business called Smitty's Smoothies.
Well, I would, but I'd probably die because, my allergies.
You, Smitty, you should start it.
Oh, yeah? Smitty. Oh, yeah. Well, I don't know if he... Shuckles are kind of slow. I don't know if they can, It'd be tough to keep up with the hustle and bustle of the food industry.
Listen, coming from somebody who's been told he's slow his entire life, you can do it, Smitty.
Maybe I can refer that over to the Rigsby's back at the farm as another
or Risby's.
It's another stream of income for the nursery. That's something to think about. What do you think about that, Smitty?
He's hiding in his shell. He's not happy about it.
No. Okay. All right.
Happy about it.
I think Smitty wants to be his own boss. He wants to be his own entrepreneur and open up his own juice bar.
Entrepreneur.
No, entrepreneur. That's right.
Entrepreneur.
I'm really tasting that juice now. Ooh.
Yeah.
Man, Smitty, you taste wonderful.
Yeah, maybe you got too much of the berry to start with.
Yeah, I got too much of the tangy berry, some expired berries you put in there.
So before we get too far into the Pokedex entries, I do have one email that we need to get through.
Gengar mail.
For all you students at home, if you would like to reach out to the professor or myself or Corbin, don't hesitate to shoot us off a Gengar mail to our Gengar mail address, which is, of course, wwopokemon@gmail.com.
Simple. It's easy. Gmail. It's just our name. It's just the name of the lesson series.
It's the name of the lesson. It's also in the description, along with all the other links. Thank you very much.
That's right. So this comes from Nicholas. Thank you, Nicholas. Nicholas says, "Hey, Professor, please check Kurtis's location. I'm scared." See below.
I see him right now.
This is an awkward one for Mr. Kurtis to read.
Well, I'm right here. Thank you, Nicholas. So I was chilling in my bed listening to your lessons.
My lessons.
All in caps. Right when I stopped listeing, I saw Spinnerack calling outside my window.
Uh-oh.
Okay, all right, that's good.
I mean, that
like
seems pretty normal. There's Spinneracks all over the place. You know what they all say, that anywhere within your house, there's at least 7 Spinneracks.
That's right, and if not more.
Terrifying.
Honestly.
Sounds awful.
Yeah, that's an average number. Yeah.
Or if you're Mr. Kurtis, it's 7D.
70,000.
Yeah.
70 in this shack, but couple hundred back home. But anyway, all right.
God.
And then I saw an 8-foot-long shadow looking right at me.
Oh, that's not good.
Interesting.
That's not good.
After that, I closed every door and window in my house. And when I finally went back to my room, he was just standing there. Mr. Kurtis with like 10 spinneracks was just standing there doing nothing. ... And then he disappeared. I'm not saying it was Kurtis, but it was definitely Kurtis. So I'm sorry if I was rude to you by not saying hi. I really want an autograph, so if you could make it happen, I would be the happiest kid on earth. And to Corbin, I would like to give you a choice: finish this course or get a Pokemon illegally. My sister knows a guy she can hook you up with. That is my Gmail. I hope you all read this during the lesson. Much love to all of you from Nicholas. I
would rather finish the course than get a Pokemon illegally. I am on thin ice with
That
the
is
law.
true.
So
That's true.
Yeah.
You are on probation.
I'm have to suffer through the rest of this lesson series with Mr. Kurtis. Also, that's cool that your sister knows a guy that she can hook me up with, but I am actually into the ladies, specifically Dawn. So if you can find somebody that knows Dawn, that can, put me on a blind date with her, that'd be great. Thank you very much.
Yeah, although didn't she give you a restraining order?
After she left that voicemail, she did put in a restraining order for, during the Gligar lesson.
Yeah.
That was unfortunate.
Yeah, but hey, at least you have her signature now.
It's only a restraining. That's true. It's only a restraining order if they know you're there. All right. If you don't get caught,
nope,
you're not in violation.
You're just spying from around the corner. It's fine.
Yeah,
you're not in violation. Then
it sounds like she's restraining herself from loving you. Is really what's going on. She's not. She's not ready to accept it. That's what the order is about.
Right. True love will find a way.
Can I just say, Nicholas, it was a little bit weird that all of your doors and windows weren't already closed. Maybe your windows being open is fine, but doors? Why do you just have open doors in your house?
Yeah, does your AC not working? What's going on?
Yeah, it seems a little interesting that you'd have your doors open.
And then you want to act surprised that there's a random 8-foot-tall man in your house? I mean, you kind of brought this on yourself.
Right.
Ooh, sounds like you're victim blaming a little bit there, Professor.
Was he a victim? I mean...
He was a victim of Mr. Kurtis, so...
Yeah, Mr. Kurtis, where were you? Were you ever in this young child's house?
No, I cannot say that I was there. But I mean, maybe there's a little bit of a spirit.
Can you say that you weren't there?
I was not there.
Okay,
but
thank you.
Okay, maybe there was a little. There's always a little spirit of Mr. Kurtis wherever the Spinnerack are. You know what I'm saying?
Weird.
Whoa,
it's like
that's kind of weird.
Some deep lore.
Like an apparition.
Whenever the Spinnerack gather, there too you will find a Mr. Kurtis and the Night Mother.
So how do we know?
Like a dark shadow of yourself. Or alternatively, it was just a coat rack.
Yeah, could have just been a coat rack. Hey, Nicholas, are you sure it wasn't a coat rack?
Could have been a coat rack.
Yeah, let us know.
Could have been a coat rack.
Let us know. Mm-hmm. How do we know that this is the real Mr. Kurtis and not a shadow from Spinneracks that are nearby?
Or how do we know he's not a coat rack?
It's true.
That's true.
He does wear a lot of coats and jackets, so it would make sense.
One time, you guys are gonna have to find out. I mean, that's just how it is. Okay, so that was the email. Thank you, Nicholas. Appreciate you for sending
Nicholas.
that in.
Appreciate you.
I guess
Stay safe.
I would
close your doors for God's sakes.
Yes, please lock it up.
I guess I would give you extra credit for that. Thank you, Nicholas. Professor, I guess I'll ask you.
How about this? You stick to the gold stars. All
okay.
Right? Unfortunately, this is just a message to us. It's not a poem or artwork or something. So it's not classwork. So it doesn't really get extra credit. Unfortunately,
okay.
It is still eligible for a gold star, though.
Okay. All right. Well, in living in the spirit of the Spinnerack is a great place to be. So I have to give you a gold star for that. Thank you, Nicholas. What about you, Corbin?
What about me?
Yeah, what about Corbin?
Yeah. Do you have anything you want to say to Nicholas?
Nicholas, stay safe out there. Mr. Kurtis is a scary person.
There we go.
Or whatever he is. Please stay safe. Lock your doors.
All right. So that was good. Thank you very much. All right, so time to move on to the Pokedex entries.
Woo! We love it. We love Pokedex entries.
Let's shuck it up.
All right, so first things
first. It's about to get
here.
shucked.
It's about to get shucked.
It's gonna be shucking crazy in here.
Woohoo! Yeah, what the shuck is going on? Woo. Am I right, Smitty? Yeah.
I'm about to get shucked up. Let's go.
All right, we're treading the line.
All right,
continue. Sorry.
First entry comes here from Johto. Says the berries it stores in its vase-like shell decompose and become a gooey liquid.
Gooey.
Yum, 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 yum.
Gooey, huh? I don't know if I want my juice to be gooey. I want it to be very, watery, I guess.
Very non-viscous.
Yeah, I'm not like Mr. Kurtis. I don't want to be drinking sap all the time.
Yeah, it's
low on the viscosity scale. I hear you.
Yeah,
there is something soothing about getting a nice gooey.
Oh, I got a t-shirt idea.
Chunk. Oh yeah.
Yeah, let's have a Smitty specifically on it. Shuckle, and it says "Keep it gooey."
Keep it gooey. All right.
Keep it gooey.
Yeah, I like my liquids gooey and chunky is the best way to drink them. So
it's awful.
Speaking of which, I just need a quick.
No, oh god, he brought his sap today.
Oh, he did bring his sap today.
So much better with the sap. I can't tell you. The last lesson was very rough. I forgot my sap, but anyway. All right, next entry here says it stores berries inside its shell. To avoid attacks, it hides beneath rocks and remains completely still.
Same.
All right, Smitty, show him how you sit.
Oh, look at that.
No,
it's perfect.
Wait, hold on. It slurped. That's the word I was looking for. It slurped its little noodle-like arms and stuff into the. Oh, did we describe Smitty to our students? I don't know if we did.
I don't know if we did.
Okay, yeah. Corbin, how would you describe Schmitty?
Red soccer ball, yellow appendages coming out of the holes.
There you go.
Wow, was that a haiku?
It can be. Is today poem day?
I don't know. Is today a poem day? I haven't been doing the assignments.
We'll find out at the end. But yeah, so red shell, white markings, and around on the shell itself, around the holes, and then we've got 4 yellow toes that peek out, and 1 yellow head.
And it's really got a face that says, "I don't know what's happening."
Can't relate.
I don't know that I said, but Shuckle is the mold Pokemon. So
that makes sense.
Mold as in
on bread?
Like mold on like the decaying things, or mold as in like you use it to, create something. Like it's a template for
the latter one, because you use it to create a smoothie.
No, I think it. It's fermenting the berries in its shell. So I was going to say it's probably mold, like fermentation mold, right? Like like yeast, like you're fermenting, beer or wine or something like that.
Mold. Okay, I get it. Okay.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. That's good.
God, such a good answer, Mr. Kurtis. You're teaching me so much about Shuckle.
Thank you. I came a little bit more prepared this time. That's all I have to say. All right. So next entry here says the fluid secreted by its toes carves holes in rocks for nesting and can be mixed with berries to make a drink. So there we go. Yeah. And actually, speaking of which, Smitty, I need a little top up here. Can you give me a little?
Very good.
Yeah. Nice. Yeah. Right there. Just top up the glass. Thank you. I appreciate it. So just if you look here, Schmitty is dripping a little bit of this fluid out onto the desk. I'm sorry, Professor. We'll clean it up. I know you're deathly allergic.
Yeah,
to it,
can I just say, learning that the juice, the fluid, comes from its toes, it's toe juice.
Yeah.
I'm glad that I'm allergic to it and have never had any of this. That is nasty.
Well, don't knock it till you try it, Mr. Kurtis, or Professor.
Just call me Mr. Kurtis.
Sorry.
Wow. He teaches one class and you just get confused.
Yep, sorry.
Soon you're going to start calling him Dad.
No, can't have that. I don't want to get on Donnie J's bad side. Okay.
He's not my dad.
But yeah, it's what's interesting here is the fluid carves holes in rocks, but also makes a nice drink when mixed with berries. So I would say, if it can carve holes in rocks, you probably don't want to drink it straight, but
no, probably not.
When mixed with berries, yeah.
When mixed with berries, maybe it neutralizes whatever really strong acid or base is inside of that. Makes it
sorry, I have my hand raised.
Yeah, go ahead.
So can I propose a theory or a suggestion here?
Sure, go right ahead.
How do we know that the fluid is carving out the holes in the rocks because of its acidity? Are we sure that it's not just blasting this fluid out at a super high pressure?
Oh, that's a good point.
And cutting through the rocks like that?
The Pokedex does not explain. So yeah, I don't know. That's a good point. There are a lot of water type Pokemon that can produce liquid in massive quantities without, seeming end. So maybe Shuckle has a little piece of that action.
Maybe. Maybe.
It's not a water type, but maybe
what type is
a little bit. Well, it is of course a bug and a rock type.
Oh, that tracks.
Hence that here, if you listen when I knock on its shell here.
Yeah, that's definitely a rock type.
That sounds like a rock.
That's a rock knock if I ever heard one. All right. Sorry to disrupt the class. Okay, keep going, Mr. Curtis. Keep going.
Sure. Yeah. Okay, so that does it for Johto. Let's move on to the Hoenn region. Next entry says, Shuckle quietly hides itself under rocks, keeping its body concealed inside its hard shell while eating berries it has stored away. The berries mix with the body fluids to become a juice.
Love it. Yum.
Yeah, I mean, it is right here. No, I don't really know that there's too much more to say there in Hoenn. It's all repeating kind of the same stuff there.
Yeah, Hoenn does a weird thing where they it's like somebody takes the other entry and kind of just like changes a couple of the words a little bit.
Yeah.
I don't know why they do that.
Yeah. Hides under rocks, eats juice. Berries. Eats berries stored, they turn to juice. All right, anyway.
Easy peasy.
Okay, so Sinnoh region, first entry here. It stores berries in its shell. The berries eventually ferment to become a delicious juice. So there you go. Yeah. Ferment, requires some yeast, some mold. That's our Shuckle friend here.
Ugh, it is the mold.
Yeah. The berries it stores in its vase-like shell decompose and become a gooey liquid. Love that. It's good.
Love it.
Gooey again. Well, yeah, I think that's the same entry.
Yeah.
I wonder how long this fermentation process takes and how long... and how do you know that it's done? Because you do not want to be drinking these juices if they're not fermented, right?
Oh yeah, no, that's correct.
Yeah, I feel like that's gonna taste bad.
If we're assuming it's acidic enough to carve through rock,
that's fair. I mean, it could burn your throat.
I feel like it's probably a constant in and out type thing. Like it's always got a pot of broiling, fermenting berries and juice in various stages of decay. But if you just Smitty, if you don't mind real quick, you just pick them up like this and you kind of tilt them out of this leg hole, some juice will pour out. See?
Oh God, it's just peed on the desk. Gross.
Yeah.
That's not peed, it's juice.
What?
That's juice. Yeah.
I mean, what is pee if not just juice?
How do we know it's not the juice?
But yeah, so it just, I feel like it's just constantly putting more berries in, decomposing those berries into juice, and then you can just pour the juice out. So, it's not a one batch system, so to speak.
Maybe there's compartments inside the Shuckle, and when it's done fermenting, it moves over to the pour out side.
Oh,
you can't pour out the stuff that's non-fermented. You can only pour out the stuff that is.
Oh, that's an interesting concept. Yeah.
Maybe.
Unfortunately, this shell right here is pretty hard.
It keeps snocking on it.
Yeah, it's pretty hard. Unfortunately, I don't know that anyone's really gotten inside of there to look around.
It's impossible. Can't do it. Can't be done.
Ferment to become juices. That's the last one we read from Sinnoh. I don't think there's nothing really else interesting in Sinnoh there. Nothing. Actually, Unova has a little different flavor text on this entry.
Wow.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Flavor text. I like that. Good joke.
I love that.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Unova actually has something to say now, so that's interesting. The berries stored in its face-like shell.
That was the joke that I told last week. Executed worse.
Nah.
The berries stored in its face-like shell eventually become a thick, pulpy juice.
So thick.
So we got thick, we got gooey, we got pulpy. all great adjectives I love to describe the juice that I drink on a regular basis.
Like, if it's thick and gooey, shouldn't it be like a jam or a jelly or something?
It's not that thick.
No.
Okay. I just don't think for a juice the adjective thick or gooey is good. To me, that says it's past its drink time. It's rancid and out of date
and gross.
What do you have to say about pulpy juice?
I get it. I understand why people like it, but it's not my thing.
No. Okay. All right. Well. Okay. So Kalos is pretty much repeats what we got before. There's not really too much unique in Kalos. Thank you, Kalos. But no, thank you. Nothing. Alola actually just doesn't have an entries, so
they don't know about Shuckle.
They don't know about it.
Yeah, Alola did not get their hand on this ball. So, and in Galar, let's see, Shell. No, I don't. No, I don't think. No, there's nothing really new in Galar either. I mean, what?
Dang, they don't know you like we do, Smitty.
And I hate to say it, but Paldea doesn't have any entries either, just like Alola. So, really, unfortunately, Shuckle is pretty simply faceted here. And that's not a bad thing, Schmitty. Sorry, I know. Don't look at me like that.
I got so sad.
Shuckle is a very straightforward Pokemon, and it does one thing really good, and that is hide really still and also ferment berries in its jar-like shell. Okay. Yeah. But we do have some unique entries.
Ooh.
So coming first from Ash's Pokedex, Shuckle, the mold Pokemon. When Shuckle places organic materials into its husk-like shell, the items are transformed into a unique juice. Shuckle are naturally shy and are often found hiding beneath rocks.
Yeah.
So,
interesting.
All right.
So you can put any organic material in there, and it will
anything.
That's what I thought was interesting.
Tree bark.
Yeah.
Corn.
Yeah.
Human flesh.
Oh, I don't know about
safe.
that. I don't know about that.
What do you mean you don't know about that? It's organic material.
I know, but
you could eat some human flesh juice fermented in a Shuckle shell.
We are not condoning that, by the way.
Well, I'm just saying it's a possible thing.
We're not condoning it.
I suppose.
Why is everybody looking at me like that?
You want us? Is this about your Team Rocket days? You guys used to be cannibals too.
I was not in Team Rocket. I was not in Team
You were a
Rocket.
cannibal. You didn't deny that.
I'm also, you said when you were in Team Rocket, were you a cannibal? By me saying I was not in Team Rocket, I think therefore it follows I was also not a cannibal.
It could be interpreted as I was a cannibal, but not with Team Rocket.
I don't know about.
He stopped his cannibalism when he joined Team Rocket. That's
I was never in Team Rocket.
Yeah, I decided to reform myself by joining Team Rocket.
Listen, Professor, let me just step over here real quick, Professor.
Okay, bye.
If you don't mind, yeah.
Okay, I don't know why he stepped over there, Corbin. What's going on
Professor,
with you?
No, Professor, come over here real quick.
Oh God, he wants to talk to me. All right, fine. What?
Yeah. If you like, I'll get some human flesh to put in Smitty if you want.
I don't want that.
If you want some flesh juice,
what?
I don't.
If you want some flesh juice, I'll get it for you.
I don't.
No, Corbin, stay out of this conversation.
What's broom and blesh? What are you talking about?
If that's what you need, Professor,
I was just
I'll
saying
make
it was
it
a possibility. I don't
What
want
does he
that.
need?
I don't want. Okay, let's go back. He's very curious.
Okay, all right. Don't worry about it, Corbin. Don't worry about it, Corbin. Okay, but Corbin, I do have something for you to worry about, and that's our next entry. It comes from Dawn's Pokédex.
Ooh, princess.
Hey, be careful.
No,
Careful, Corbin.
That's
I can
Princess.
sing a little bit. I can sing.
I don't know. What does it say on your?
Yeah, we may have to call Princess, and that's Princess Jenny.
No, we don't need to call Officer Princess Jenny.
Officer Princess Jenny here at the Johto region.
No, not necessary.
Yeah, so Dawn's Pokédex entry says, Shuckle the bold Pokemon. Shuckle stores berries inside its shell, and the berries eventually turn into a delicious juice. Thank you. So Ash's Pokédex said unique juice. Dawn said delicious juice. So,
ooh,
yeah,
that's her favorite word, isn't it?
Delicious and unique.
All right, so that's gonna do it for Pokédex entries this time around.
Wow, easy peasy.
Yeah. And so I guess that brings us to the testing portion.
Woo, yeah.
Woo!
All right, give me a pop quiz.
Everybody ready for the testing portion?
Absolutely.
All right. Well, I'm so sorry, Professor. It's not a pop quiz. I really wanted to do a pop quiz, but Portia told me I couldn't do a pop quiz every time. So this time around, we are going to do a poem. So I'm really excited. Obviously, Corbin really loves his poems. But I'll be really interested to see what kind of poem that the Professor Jacob can come up to.
The Professor Jacob.
The great, powerful, dreamy, and wise poem producing professor. Thank you.
Great hair,
Wow.
I'll tell you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Thanks.
Go ahead and just let me know when you're done. We'll be back in just a moment.
Okay, Mr. Curtis.
Oh, he did it. He did it again.
Smitty, he called me dad. Oh. All right. Well, looks like Corbin's good. Are you good,
Hello,
Corbin?
I'm good.
Yeah.
I'm good. I'm
okay.
Gucci.
Yeah,
All right.
I'm a little bit nervous. I don't know. I don't know if I can stand up to Corbin's, incredible rhyme making skills. His poem.
If you're that pressured, you should probably go first.
What do you think, Mr. Curtis? Who should go first here?
No, I think we need to save the best for last, and of course that is going to be, of course, the professor, because I know what the professor's capable of. So, Corbin, please go ahead. Come up front here to the front of the class.
Yes, of course.
And read your poem for the class.
All right, everybody. Here is my poem. I call it Shuckle.
That name sucks.
All right, but the poem doesn't. Here we go. A mold foretold by young and old, the bug of my wildest dreams. So small, not tall, the cutest of all, this bug is not what it seems. It slinks and shrinks to make a drink from the berries mixed inside. Juice so gooey, not chewy, no fooey, the sweetness cannot hide. Would you care to share just a hair of your very berry mixture? Oh, Shuckle, I chuckle when I begin to suckle on your delicious elixir. And that's it.
Wow, that's good. That's good.
Bada boom.
Pretty good.
I love that. I love that.
I didn't like the suckle part. I kind of recoiled a little bit at that. But
that's all right. Do you want me to say it slower? Would that help?
No, oh God, no.
Suckle.
I thought you were gonna say something. Device?
Suckle.
Portia, cut that out. Cut that part out.
I thought you were gonna go somewhere else with the suckling, but that's fine.
That's all right. No, I know where to stay in my lane when it comes to the suckling. So.
All right. Thank you very much, Corbin. That was very good. Like always, you do seem to thrive with the poems.
I'm an artist, what can I say?
So yeah, I can feel the emotion.
I see a rhyming dictionary on his desk.
No, don't mind that.
Oh, wait a second. Now that I'm looking at it from this angle, I can see a little bit more.
No. That's nothing.
Yeah.
That's just a notebook that I have. Don't worry about it. Anyways, Professor, let's see what you got.
So listen, that was great, but now we're gonna hear from a true master, a true savant of poetry. Yeah, please go ahead.
Right.
Grace us with your presence, Professor Jacob, please.
Okay.
Let's hear it.
This poem is called Shell Star.
Ooh.
Somebody once told me that Shuckle's juice is gooey. It likes to store berries in its shell. It was looking kind of shocked when I found it in some rocks, since it normally can hide pretty well. Well, the juice starts fermenting and it doesn't stop fermenting. Mixing with the togu, it makes me want to start running. It doesn't make sense not to just try a taste. Your tongue goes numb, but it can't go to waste. Hey now, you're a Shuckle. Get your mold on, make juice. Hey now, you're a bug type. Get your hold on those berries. All that glitters is gold. The end.
Okay, so we're just parroting other songs.
I'm sorry,
Wow.
what? I'm sorry, what do you mean parodying other songs? This is an original.
Sorry, what are you talking about?
It definitely sounds like I've heard that before.
I don't know what you're talking
you.
about, Corbin.
No.
Yeah, there's a band that does that. It's called Rock Smash Mouth. I've definitely heard that song before.
No. You're
think
clearly
so.
mistaken, Professor. That was beautiful. That was.
Thank you.
And you know what?
Thank you.
Don't pay attention to Corbin. He doesn't. He's just jealous because you did such a better job than him. He's just jealous.
Plagiarism.
Yeah, he sounds pretty jealous that he's making up songs that don't exist here in this world that we live in. Maybe in some other world, Corbin, maybe in some other life, it's possible that there is a song that sounds something similar to that. And first of all, it wasn't a song. I wasn't singing a song. I was reading a poem, so it's very different.
It just sounds like it should be. It sounded like it was structured like a song to me.
Professor, please don't even say that hypothetical. There's no one in any reality that could come close to you in your performance. Okay,
thank you.
So,
any timeline, that's insane.
So, what did you think? Think it was good or?
I thought it was great. I'm tearing up over here, and so is Smitty. Look at Smitty over there, so emotional.
Oh, Smitty loves it.
Smitty's loving it up over here. So I don't get to really, there's not too much of a grading thing with poems. They are what they are. But if I could, I would give you a bonus point, and I would give Corbin a -1 for all of his jealousy.
What? Come on. I'm tired of him being teacher already.
Well, unfortunately, you have the rest of Bug Extravaganza.
And Sneasel. That's right. Thank you so much, Professor, for pointing that out. All right, so wrapping up the class here today. That's going to do it.
Wrap it up. Portia, play the music.
Wrap it up, because I can't do it. Wrap it up.
Play the wrap-up music.
Portia on that beat. Let's go.
Wrap it up.
What?
Wrap it up.
What?
Wrap it up.
Let's go.
Wrap it up.
WWOP.
Beautiful.
Okay, great. That was beautiful, Portia. But anyway, let's that'll do it for class today. Real quick, Corbin, tell me what's one great thing that our fellow students can find on the Patreon?
So on our Patreon, there's a ton of great stuff, but one of the best things about the Patreon is that we have Q&As every month. You can ask us anything from how we run this class to what our favorite foods are to would you rather questions. It doesn't matter. If you are the gold star student, you can listen to the Q&A, but if you're the highest tier professor's assistant, you can ask us anything you want, and we are legally obligated to answer.
No, again.
Legally obligated.
We are not. We can decide to not answer questions if we want to.
I do have another thing about the Patreon that I want to mention.
Okay, go ahead.
So you get full. So if you, even the $1 tier, even the lowest tier, you get access to the Discord. Because I want to say this again, because I feel like a lot of people join our Discord and leave when they realize they can't really interact with anything outside of like the announcements channel. The Discord is only, like, to be able to interact in the Discord, like, comment, talk to other people, you got to be a patron to do it. It's as little as $1.
I mean, the only reason we do that is so that we don't get people who aren't interested in the show, or, sorry, who aren't a part of the lesson series.
Exactly.
Flooding the Discord and saying whatever. It's kind of a fail-safe to keep it a little... It's easier to moderate when there's, like, a $1 fail-safe or like $1 threshold, whatever you want to say.
And only the true fans and students of this class can get in.
That's right. So get in there.
The true fans of this lesson series.
That's right.
Professor Jacob.
Yeah.
Very quickly, tell the class something great about our YouTube channel.
All right, listen. We all know that you can watch the Nuzlocke on the YouTube channel. Everybody knows that. Mm-hmm. But something that might get overlooked are the fun little clips that we have from the Nuzlocke. You can also find those on the YouTube as well. You can also find them on TikTok. They are very funny, and huge shout out to Portia for working on those. They are excellently, they are well done. If you're not sure if you want to watch Nuzlocke, you can watch a couple of those clips, see if it wets your whistle.
That's good.
Yeah. On TikTok, Instagram, YouTube Shorts, whatever. They're
everywhere.
They're everywhere and anywhere.
That's why we're a household name now.
That's right. Millions of listeners every month.
Thank you so much, Professor Jacob. And
Yes.
I want to invite everybody to be back next week as we continue Bug Extravaganza and Sneasel with our next Pokemon. Jacob, or Professor Jacob. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry.
Wow,
I'm so sorry,
that's
Professor.
it.
Wow,
That's
Professor.
it, Victoria.
I'm so sorry.
Beat him up.
I'm sorry. No, Victoria. No, Victoria.
Yeah, she was
I
here the
said
whole
Victoria.
time. She was here the whole time waiting for you.
I thought I sent you back to Chucky. No,
Oh, wow,
no,
she's
no,
really
no.
laying into him. Oh my god.
Wow,
jeez.
wow. She was in the back of the class. I thought that was a fern or something.
Oh God. Oh,
She was not even
Oh,
how to
God.
plant the whole time.
Well,
Please.
Mr. Curtis. Mr. Curtis.
yeah.
Obviously, we're learning about decidui next week.
Oh, that was so good. That was. What about you, Corbin? What do you think who we're learning about next week?
Is it Galisopod, however you say it?
No, that's a good guess though, because it's a bug type. No, next week we're gonna learn about Heracross.
Oh, I like Heracross is a cool one.
If only Heracross could have been here today to protect me from Victoria, that would have been great. But
Victoria, I feel like you'd be really good at hide and seek.
Yeah, I had no idea. Like, honestly,
No idea you
if
were
I
here the whole
didn't
time.
know that, like, if I hadn't told you to be here in case he called me just Jacob instead of Professor Jacob, I would not have known that you were here at all.
that's right. And until next week, class is dismissed.
You gotta get that looked at. That's pretty bad.